Get a little note there to click. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get started. So first of all, we just wanted to give you a brief description of what a Chamber of Commerce is. A chamber is a nonprofit where local businesses are members. We are governed by a board of directors. Right now, I think we have about 17 board members. And then the board manages me, the president, and I manage our staff. And we have Olivia and Kim, who are both here today. And then we are actually hiring another person to fill our membership role. Hopefully this week, we will be able to announce the new person. We are not in any way related to the government, so we don't receive funding from the government. And the first Chamber of Commerce was actually founded in 1599 in France. So chambers have been around for centuries, doing good work for the business community. So the Central Maryland Chamber itself was formed in 2017 through a merger of two previously existing chambers. One of them was called the Baltimore-Washington Corridor Chamber of Commerce, or BWCC for short. And they were originally founded in 1948 as the Laurel Chamber of Commerce. The other chamber that moved is the West Anne Arundel County Chamber of Commerce, which was originally formed in 1962 as the Odenton Chamber of Commerce. So these two powerhouse organizations joined forces a couple years ago, and as a regional organization, we now represent almost 400 members, and they span multiple counties. Our members are primarily in the 20-mile radius with Fort Meade at the center. And this is just a heat map kind of showing where our businesses are primarily located. So the chamber itself is located in Odenton, Maryland, which is in Anne Arundel County. But again, our members are in Anne Arundel, Howard, Prince George's, and beyond. So according to a study by the Shapiro Group, consumers who know that a business is a member of the chamber are more likely to patronize that business. 80% are more likely to purchase goods or services from a small business that's a part of a chamber. 68% are more likely to eat at a restaurant that's a chamber member. 36% are more likely to think favorably of an insurance company, and 10% are more likely to think favorably of a company in comparison to its competitors if your company is involved in the chamber. And then our chamber itself has 4 core areas of service. So the first is to advocate. We're the voice of business in the community on all kinds of issues impacting our region. We also promote. We provide information about member businesses and referrals to people who can use their services. We inform. We keep our members up to date on opportunities, issues, and trends impacting their lives and businesses. And we connect. We offer opportunities for members to meet and do business together, as well as support our community's needs. So you can find us online at our website. We also have our relocation and business guide, which is there on the right side. That's distributed to all members of the chamber and our regional partners to encourage people in the community to use chamber businesses exclusively. And then we feature a number of great events throughout the year. A few of them are featured here. Our CMC Awards Gala, we just had that a few months back. This is where we honor our business community with awards like Small Business of the Year, Large Business of the Year, Volunteer of the Year, and things like that. And then we also honor members of the community and give out awards for Firefighter of the Year, Military Service Member, sheriff, police, and all kinds of teachers and principal and support staff awards from the school system. And then we also have, coming up June 20th, our CMC Classic Golf Tournament, which is at Turf Valley in Ellicott City. It's going to be an amazing day. I'll talk about that more a little bit later. We also have in November a large economic forum where we have a panel of local economic development experts from the counties that we are primarily representing, as well as a keynote speaker. And then we have a big holiday mixer at the end of the year in December, and proceeds from that event fund our Central Maryland Chamber Education Foundation, which gives scholarships to area high school students. So now we're going to do a little bit of chamber trivia, and you can add your answer in the chat box if you'd like. So first up, what three counties does the CMC mainly represent? Is it A, Anne Arundel, Howard, and Baltimore, B, Anne Arundel, Howard, and Montgomery, C, Anne Arundel, Howard, and Prince George's, or D, Anne Arundel, Baltimore County, and Prince George's? Okay, the answers I'm seeing are correct. It's C, it's Anne Arundel, Howard, and Prince George's. But as mentioned, we do have members well beyond that in Baltimore, even up in Hartford County. So everybody's welcome to join us if they like to work and do business with businesses and nonprofits in our region. So we are always offering educational and fun things for our members to do. So this is just an example of 2 weeks in the life of the Chamber. This was February 2022, actually. We had a small business seminar with, the topic was on company culture with one of our members from BBSI. Then we had a coffee catch-up. This was actually at Best Place of Business, the Maritime Conference Center, and was a great time. You can see some of the pictures from that event there. We got tours of the simulator and had a lot of great networking. And then the bottom right is our Future of Fort Meade event. That's an event we do every other year with the Garrison Commander of Fort Meade, who talks to the membership about the projects that are going on there, the growth, and ways that the business community can help or partner with Fort Meade. And now we're going to watch a quick video that touches on our advocacy work.
The mission of the Central Maryland Chamber is to advocate on behalf of businesses throughout the Central Maryland area and really throughout the state of Maryland. We review all of the legislation that is impacting businesses throughout the region to determine the best position that the Chamber should take on those bills. Though that legislation is also communicated to the broader membership of the Chamber to keep everyone informed and ensure that we have a voice at the table. Oftentimes, businesses aren't able to go to Annapolis or go to Washington, D.C. to advocate on behalf of issues that they truly are concerned about. When we need to ensure that we have a strong voice, a coalition, show that there is a partnership regarding legislative and regulatory efforts, the Chamber has always been a strong partner and we find very valuable.
And then this slide just kind of shows some of the information we provide to our members during legislative session. It's a bill tracker, which goes over each bill, the bill number, quick synopsis of the bill, when it's being heard and things like that, and whether our committee is supporting, opposing, or not responding to a specific bill. And one of our large sponsors and a great community partner is Live Casino and Hotel at Arundel Mills. Recently, they completed an expansion of their event space of 40,000 square feet with state-of-the-art technology. They are hosting huge concerts, comedy shows, boxing matches, and all kinds of events over there. We also have some of our events during the year, including our gala we just had recently over at Live Casino. And they are just incredibly generous with the community and do so much. During COVID, they offered up this space as a COVID testing and vaccination site. And it's located over at Arundel Mills Mall, who is another member of the Chamber. So there's shopping, dining, gambling, hotel, and everything right in one place for you. And then another wonderful member of ours that makes a huge community impact is BWI Airport, and we're so fortunate to have them here in our region. They're not only a major transportation hub, but they're also a purchasing giant. They are just growing and growing and growing every year and are one of the main headquarters for Southwest Airlines. And BWI itself is rated as one of the top 10 airports in the United States. All right, and here's our next chamber trivia question. The Central Maryland Chamber receives funding from the local government. Is that true or false?
False. False.
You're giving away the answer, Beth. I'm just kidding. That's an easy one, right? Yep, it's B. The answer is false. And we are funded entirely based on the donations of our members. So that's through membership dues. We also have some great sponsors I'll talk about a little bit later. And then like event ticket sales and contributions like that. So that is how we fund our operations. Okay, and now this is our board of directors, currently led by Mike Camarada, who is the chairman of the board this year. I'm sorry, Cindy Mitchell. Mike was last year. Cindy Mitchell, who is the chair of the board for 2023. And she's just been doing an awesome job. She's with Blue Flare, which is an HR consulting firm. All of our members are encouraged to take leadership roles and consider joining the board of directors. We strive to have a very diverse board and represent all types of businesses and individuals. So we are very fortunate today to have two of our board members here who are going to speak to you quickly about their experience with the chamber and also their experience and how the board supports our membership. So Mary, would you like to go first?
Sure. As I said, I joined I don't know if I said this or not, sorry. I joined the chamber when I was with Anne Arundel Medical Center, and the person who was serving on the board for Anne Arundel couldn't do it anymore. So I stepped in. My job traditionally has been in building relationships with medical systems and the community. So I joined the board in 2014, and I've been on it ever since. I was here for the transition, which I'm so proud of the chamber and how they've grown and not just managed that change, but it's been, a little bit of work from a lot of people on the board, and the staff are incredible, have really put us in a position where we're thriving and we can help businesses thrive. I personally like to do things that I don't know anything about, which is why I probably joined the Military Affairs Committee. That was a blast. Going over to Fort Meade, I didn't know any of the issues over there. And I love hearing about things like that and connecting people. I'm in the Women in Business Roundtable that is on Mondays. And I joined the Economic Development Committee maybe a little over a year ago or so, because I'm a real idiot with that. I don't know, outside of the healthcare sphere, I didn't know anything about the Department of Commerce, Department of Labor, the current laws, the way businesses can benefit or, even be harmed if they're not up to date with certain things. So now I co-chair that with Michael Wassel from Tipton Airport, and that's scary but fun. So I would encourage everybody here, you've all joined for probably, some sort of support, growth. You want to do some more with your business. You want to advertise and grow your business. And you can certainly do that here. I would say that the best relationships that you can have are bi-directional. Reach out to somebody. You will find a connection. And it's been the most rewarding part about being here in the chamber. I have coffee, like call somebody and just ask for coffee, or just find out a little bit more about something else. Serve where you haven't before. Definitely do things that can grow your business, but contribute. That would be my, as I'm a long-termer here, what I've seen is the big benefit of the chamber for people.
Wonderful. Thanks so much, Mary. Stephanie, did you want to say a few words about your experience with the chamber so far?
Sure. I love this chamber. I can't say enough good things about this chamber. We started, I think we enrolled in like 2020. I think that's when we joined the chamber. And I was just really getting into the thick of my role in business development. And it was how do I describe this? We're such an accepting group, and I feel like you don't see that everywhere you go. Um, it is a group of amazing people who, when they are given the opportunity to come together, their immediate goal is to find out how they can help you, not how will my business benefit from this. They're not looking for the way to make you a client. They are actively looking for the opportunity to help new people that they meet. um, I am an active member of our BCN group. I'm a co-chair of the other BCN group, which is another really great opportunity to just get together once a month with other businesses, other business representatives, and just chat about what I like to do in the group that I co-chair. Is I like to just kind of complain a little bit. Like, just, we call it just, just what's going on in your business. What are your pain points right now? And we try to brainstorm, have you tried this? Have you considered this, or whatever? So there's a lot of like-minded individuals who are, you know, growth oriented, and it's such a kind group, a kind, inviting group of actual people who recognize that there's not a hard and fast boundary between a work-life balance. It's a constant fluid togetherness thing, and they're just, I don't know, they're real people. They're real people in the chamber, and it's I don't think I would have had the success and growth that I've had, or that I've experienced in my business development role, had it not been for the chamber and for getting to know everybody. And it's just a fun group. It's just so much fun. I know I could nerd out about this chamber all day long.
Oh, great. Well, thank you so much, Stephanie. You're so right. Everyone's so welcoming and excited to see each other and help each other. So, totally agree with you there. Well, thank you both for your comments. Um, and something really interesting about the Central Maryland Chamber is we have a foundation. It's called the CMC Educational Foundation, and we provide scholarships for local high school students. A lot of them are going to school for STEM related things, and several of them are always first generation college bound students, which is wonderful. I actually presented a scholarship at Arundel High School just last night, so it's very rewarding to be able to support local seniors in their mission to go to college and to hear all about what they plan to do with their lives. So this group is managed by an entirely different separate board of directors. They are listed here. There is a little crossover between the chamber board and the foundation board. And we try to raise money throughout the year to fund the scholarship program. And the big event, our holiday mixer, part of the proceeds from that go to fund the scholarships also. So that's a really interesting thing about our organization that's different than a lot of chambers. And along separately from your membership with the chamber, you're also always welcome to contribute to that group as well. Okay. Here are some of our other events and activities through the year. We have educational seminars, usually at least once a month. So this shows one of those, actually two of those are on the screen here. We had a seminar about mental health, wellness, and stress management. And we also had one on the employee retention credit, which was very helpful for our businesses. Then we have networking mixers and coffee catch-ups, they're called. These are our two networking programs. Some are in the morning and some are in the evening, so everybody, depending on your schedule, has a chance to join us. And in the middle is our big golf tournament I mentioned before. This is one of our premier events of the year. It's at Turf Valley. Coming up, it's just about a month away now. This is a big event we plan for all year round, and we're really excited. It's a huge day of fun, and you don't even have to know how to golf to participate. So we have a lot of new golfers and non-golfers who join us as well. So everyone's welcome to join us for a great day out on the course. So this slide just quickly demonstrates how to navigate our website. It's full of so much information it can be overwhelming, but right here it's showing you how to register for events. So most of you probably registered this morning. You just find the event in the calendar, click register, and it takes you through the process. Some events are completely free for members, and others, there might be a slight fee if it includes lunch. If it's a gala or something larger, those have ticket fees. You can also search for other businesses to work with through our membership directory. So all of our members are here in the directory and show up under the appropriate categories. So this search, it looks like, was for nonprofit organizations, but you can put roofers or decking, anything you can think of, and find a chamber member to do business with. And the general public uses this as well. We get tons and tons of hits every year. So people are using this to find referrals for businesses that they can work with, which is terrific. Yeah, and then here, this is our Chamber Connections newsletter. So this comes out every single Friday. It goes to over 4,000 business owners, professionals, and community leaders. And it is our #1 connection and communication resource. In the bottom there in the center, you can see this is called a member spotlight. So once you join the chamber, we're happy to do a spotlight on your business for an upcoming newsletter issue, and you're the only one spotlighted for that week. So we just ask you a couple questions and we can do a spotlight for you in the newsletter. Again, that comes out every single Friday. And then this is our relatively new job bank feature. It's kind of like a monster.com for our chamber members. You can list as many jobs as you'd like completely for free. For non-members, they would just have to pay a fee to register a job, but it's very, very simple. If you're a member, you have a username and password. You can just log on and upload your job descriptions, upload a PDF, and fill in a small amount of information. Really, it's like 60 seconds and you're done. And these will load up on our website. And we share this information with the local workforce development offices in the counties around us, Fort Meade as well, because there's a lot of military spouses and family members looking for work. So we are doing our best during this period where so many businesses that work with us are trying to hire and are having trouble finding staff. We're trying to match those jobs up with people looking for work, because there's many of them out there. So please take advantage of this if you're a member of the chamber. If you need any help, we're always here to help you get your jobs posted. And this is our chamber travel program. We just recently got back from a trip to Greece, which was absolutely beautiful. I was able to go, and we plan every year to take a trip to a different international location. So the chamber plans it and works with a tour company and manages the program. But all chamber members are welcome to attend, plus family and even members of the community. You don't have to be a member of the chamber to join us. The costs of these trips are much lower than if you did it on your own, because they purchase bulk airfare and bulk hotel rooms and things like that. So the price you get instead of doing it yourself is just so much less. And, they pay for all the tickets, all the tours of all the wonderful things that you want to see while you're there. Bus drivers, tour guides, translators, everything is completely included. And you also, some people are fearful of taking a group trip because it's so structured. You're also always welcome to skip a day or two here or there during the program if you want to just relax. In Greece, we stayed at a seaside resort, so we were right on the ocean. So a lot of us took one of the days off to just sunbathe in Greece. So it was a beautiful trip, and we are looking forward to another one. We're planning for the fall of 2024. So we have not chosen the location yet. We will be announcing that very soon. And the chamber has several money-saving programs set up for our members. The first one is our CQI Energy Purchasing Co-op. So I'm going to reintroduce Sean, who's going to talk to us a little bit about that.
Yeah, thank you. So we are a energy management and consulting company. One of the things that we offer through the chamber is one of our affinity programs, the Energy Co-op. So this is a way to save on your businesses, utilities, natural gas, and electricity by buying in a group, or if you're a large, say Sam's Club, for example, the energy consumed there is large enough to get their own standalone rate. So we form groups all throughout the year to help save businesses on the smaller side energy costs. The average savings that we see over the course of a year is around the 1 month highest utility bill. So that's different for a small mom and pop accounting firm, pizza shop, what have you, versus a large manufacturer. So we do them all throughout the year, but the biggest ones that we do are in the spring and the fall during the change of the seasons. It's typically when we see the best rates, but we do them all the year whenever we kind of see a pocket of favorable pricing. It's a good way to budget stability is the biggest thing that they're big on. Because in Maryland, it's energy deregulated, just like many states. And we're involved with many chambers, so it gives us a large pool no matter where you are in the state and the different utilities. There's always enough buying power there to help you save money on your utilities. So it's an easy way to do it. Sometimes, depending on your billing schedule for your business, it might not make sense to do it based on the rate that you're paying. So there's some education involved as well, where we have to wait or just not do anything at the present time if it doesn't make sense. So we're all about education for the energy space to help your business save money.
Great. Thanks so much, Sean.
Thank you.
It's so easy also to talk with CQI that you can just share a copy of your energy bill and they will tell you what would work best for you. There's no fee or anything. It's just a benefit of the chamber. Since you're members, you can participate. So it's very, very simple to learn more information or to join. And I've personally used the co-op and saved a lot of money. And I was just talking with a client last week who had saved over $10,000 in 3 years on their electricity bills. And I think their membership dues were only $500 a year, $600 a year. So they were basically getting their membership for free and saving thousands and thousands of dollars. So it's really a great benefit, and I encourage you to check it out because it will save you money. So thanks again, Sean. And after this event, when we send a follow-up email, we're going to include Sean's information so you can contact him directly.
Yep, I'll put it in the chat. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. And we have 2 other new programs, very similar to CQI, but for completely different products. The first one is Pooled Retirement Solutions. So similar to how CQI pulls a bunch of our members together to do energy solutions and energy discounts, we have a program that allows you to sign up for your retirement plan through the chamber and our partners, and it just saves you a lot of the headache and the overhead of having to manage things yourself. They handle, here on the screen, it shows 90% of the administrative responsibilities. They set everything up for you. So it's a lot less work on the business than a lot of plans. And now that all businesses are required to offer plans through the new Maryland Saves law, you can either choose to participate through the state program or another program like this. There's just been a lot of problems with the setup of the state program, and there's a lot of confusion surrounding that. So this is a great alternative to the state program. And if you're new to having the requirement to have a retirement plan, they are super helpful in walking you through that. We're having an informational seminar next week on Thursday about this program, just to answer any questions and to go over the basics with all of our members. So hopefully you can join us then. More information on the session is on the website. It's completely on Zoom, and we can share information about that as well in the follow-up email. And then the other program is on supplemental benefits, and this one we are having a seminar about on Thursday. So I hope everybody's able to join us because they will explain it much better than me. But they have a program where, because of current tax law, you can write off supplemental benefits out of your paycheck, and it basically doesn't change your bottom line and your take-home pay because it's taken out as a pre-tax expense, kind of at the top line of the paycheck for all the employees. So they are able to, here's a great example of it, look at each employee's paycheck, look at what the gross income is, how much they can have in benefits taken out, and then you'll see there at the bottom of the chart, the take-home pay stays exactly the same, but this employee in this example is able to spend, it's like $46.85 per week in supplemental benefits. So they're basically getting these great benefits for free through their employer. So it's a wonderful benefit for employers to offer to their staff. Great benefit packages help a lot with retention of your staff. So in this example, this person was able to get a wellness plan and supplemental It could be like long-term disability, short-term disability, life insurance, and various things like that, completely for free by taking advantage of new tax codes. So this company handles everything for you. The business owner or manager would just meet with them to figure this stuff out, but they do all the calculations and set it up for you. It's a very exciting new program, and this webinar, again, is on Thursday. So if you're interested in learning more from the guys who will explain it in a much more technical way than me, please join us on Thursday. It's a program we're super excited about. Okay, so one thing that we always encourage all of our new members to do is to get involved with a committee or one of our groups. I know Stephanie mentioned some of them earlier, and Mary did too. We have so many committees and different groups and programs to get involved with, and as a new member, it just allows you to meet a smaller group of people and make very close relationships as you're entering the chamber. We have our ambassador committee. We have a legislative affairs committee you heard about earlier. Our military affairs committee, those are actually the pictures on the right side, is a group that does a bunch of projects to support Fort Meade. We also serve meals to a veteran shelter several times a year, and it's a really amazing group of people who support our military service members and their families. We have our IDEA committee, which stands for Inclusion, Diversity, Equity, and Awareness. And right now that group is planning some seminars for the fall on diversity topics that are really important to all of our businesses right now. We have our Regional Economic Development Committee that Mary mentioned. She's the co-chair of, where we talk about economic development in our region. And we have our Small Business Committee, who helps us with various things, but they also help plan our webinars and our in-person seminar topics to make sure we're giving great educational content out to our small businesses. Then, as far as our groups go, these groups meet once a month on various topics. One of them is a CEO roundtable. It's specifically for CEOs, so they kind of have their own sounding board to bounce ideas off of. We have our business connection networking groups. There are 2 of those right now, and they are like your typical leads groups or referral groups where you get together once a month. Each business has the opportunity throughout the year to share more about their business with the group, and they do a lot of business together and trade referrals. We have our new government contractors roundtable, and the first meeting of that is coming up June 29th. So that will be specifically for government contractors and any businesses that support government contracting. And then we have our amazing Women's Leadership Roundtable that also meets once a month on Monday afternoons. And very similar to the CEO Roundtable, it's for women leaders, director level and above, and they meet to talk about issues they're going through with their businesses, and we usually have an educational topic each month. So if you have interest in any of these, please just let us know, and we will get you the information on the next upcoming meeting date. Oh, and this is where I'm going to introduce Beth is still here, I think. Beth, would you like to talk a little about our ambassador program? It's one of our most important committees, and they just do so much. They give so much wonderful help to our chamber.
Thank you. Yes, and I will just tell you that I did take a survey of all the other committees, and we did find that the ambassador committee is the most fun. Okay, and we're the most engaging. So, if you are inclined to reach out to new members or members that are ready for renewal, it's so much fun to have that connection and just kind of find out what that company or that person is looking for in the chamber. I've just had some great connections with the people that I've reached out to. So we meet once a month, and it's been going with Zoom, but eventually I think we'll do some in person as well. It's always fun. And I want to say that Maritime Conference Center and My Tags, we have used the job bank and have found wonderful applicants from that. And also CQI has saved us thousands of dollars every month. So thanks, Sean, for that. Okay.
Oh, that's great to hear.
Right.
I love that. And how long have you been a member, Beth? I think you've been a member for many years.
You know, I started off with the BWCC, and I think it's going on almost 30 years.
Yeah.
I've had a couple years where I was in DC, but you know, I've still stayed connected with my community, and it's always been the best. It's been the best chamber, really, for my career.
Oh, thanks, Beth. We love having you, and thank you for all you do.
Thank you.
All right. Well, next up, we're going to talk a little about Fort Meade. So, Fort Meade is right in our backyard, obviously, and Fort Meade officials call the Central Maryland Chamber the Chamber of Fort Meade. So, as you can see, the fort supports over 170,000 people, and the numbers are increasing drastically, very quickly. And within a few years, Fort Meade is expected to become the largest Army installation in the United States. The Chamber and our Military Affairs Committee are very active at Fort Meade. I serve on a group called the Fort Meade Community Covenant Council, which is a group of leadership from Fort Meade, elected officials who represent that area, and community groups like ours. So we work to better the environment at Fort Meade. And our Military Affairs Committee sponsors fundraisers and programs on the fort. We also provide business lists and discounts to the Fort Meade community so that their residents use our chamber members for needs and services. And then, of course, Fort Meade is a purchasing giant, so we do our very best to connect our businesses with Fort Meade procurement staff so that they get these opportunities. Cyber Command, U.S. Cyber Command is located there, along with NSA and so many defense contractors. And then this slide shows the Army Community Partnership Award. We are very, very honored to have received this. If it weren't for COVID, we would have been presented with this award at the Pentagon, but COVID kind of kept us back, and we did it televised at the Fort Meade offices. This award is an international award that recognizes partnerships between community organizations like the Chamber with Army installations. So we were recognized for our service and all that we do for the military community there. You can see these pictures are when we accepted the award and did the teleconference there on the right. It was very exciting, and we were very honored to be recognized. And yeah, as I mentioned, U.S. Cyber Command is actually there on the property, and every branch of the military is actually represented there as well. And one of our lesser known benefits that people really, really enjoy and get a lot out of is if your business has 10 or fewer full-time employees, you also receive a complimentary membership to the Maryland Chamber of Commerce, which is the chamber for the whole state. So they have members from, Frostburg and Deep Creek Lake all the way to Ocean City and all over in between. Their membership is a $750 value per year that you're getting completely cost-free because of your membership with the Central Maryland Chamber. You are listed in their membership directory online and printed, just like ours. So you get a lot more visibility that way. And you can also participate in some of their committees, and you receive their member pricing for all of their events. So it is just an absolutely wonderful value, and you kind of get 2 memberships for the price of 1 this way. Another thing that we offer and we absolutely love are ribbon cutting and grand opening celebrations. The Chamber loves participating with grand openings if your business is new, a member of the Chamber, of course, and if you made any of these changes in the last 12 months, we can also have a celebration. Either if you opened a new business, if you changed ownership or it's under new management, if you moved your office to a new location, or if you did an extensive remodeling or expansion, we can also celebrate those with a ribbon cutting. And if you're interested, we have a whole guide that walks you through everything you need to do to have a successful ribbon cutting and how we can support you. We take pictures and provide them to the press, so you get a lot of great publicity out of ribbon cutting. So if you're interested, just follow up with me and I'd be glad to help you set that up. Okay, and I think this is our last chamber trivia question. What committees does the CMC offer? A, Military Affairs, B, Regional Economic Development, C, the Small Business Committee, or D, all of the above? All right. Yep, the answer is D. Good job, everyone. Okay, and this slide features our annual corporate sponsors. We are so fortunate to have a very generous group of investors that support all of our chamber activities. They help to keep our dues as low as possible and the cost of event admission low also. And in return, they receive tons of great visibility. tickets to our events and being featured at our events on posters and slideshows and so much more. So if you're interested in being one of these annual sponsors, I am happy to share more information with you about that. We just plaster their logos all over the place and talk about them constantly. So if you're able to, please support these incredible businesses that are very supportive of the Chamber. A couple upcoming events we have is our golf tournament that I've talked about quite a bit. I hope you all can join us. We have tomorrow actually a webinar. It's a virtual Zoom event. It's called the Introduction to the Maryland Department of Commerce. And we will have 6 representatives from the State Department of Commerce to go over with all of our businesses the programs that they offer. They have grants available for all kinds of things you can take advantage of. And they also supply all kinds of other services that most people don't seem to be aware of. So we're going to connect everyone together so you can learn about things you can take advantage of. And we're going to provide you with their contact information as well so you can follow up with them. Then on Thursday is our supplemental benefits webinar. And on May 24th, we have a very exciting evening networking mixer. It's at Greenway Bowling Center, which is in Odenton, and you'll be able to bowl if you'd like, and we'll have food and beverages and lots of great networking, of course. And on the right, you'll see we do have an archive on our website. So we have all kinds of programs. I feel like we've probably had 100 programs in the past few years on many, many different topics, from SEO, and how to get your website ranked higher in Google, social media. There's some showing here. One was the health and wellness seminar. We had an alternative hiring roundtable with different representatives from the state talking about different ways that you can think about hiring to fill vacancies in your business. But we cover all kinds of topics, and we're always asking our membership to provide us with topics they want to hear more about, so we can always continue to give you great educational resources. And we ask that you please stay in touch with us. We are on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and LinkedIn. You can always find more information about what we're up to at our website, which is centralmarylandchamber.org. While you're on the website, you can also subscribe to our newsletter very easily. You just enter your email, and we'll get you added to that. You can always find us, like I said, on the website, and you'll find the social media links and everything else there. So we hope you will follow us on all of our channels. And at this point, we are open to taking some questions. It looks like we have about 10 minutes left. So you can unmute yourself and go ahead and ask your question, and we will get you the answers. While everyone's thinking, we will, like I said, be sending out an email follow-up after this meeting, so you'll get everyone's contact information and the contact information for our staff, and Sean, of course, for CQI, so you can always follow up with any of us with questions.
Hi, Christy. Will you be able to send out this slide deck as well?
Yeah, you know, we can send out a link to this video with the slide deck on it.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem. Last call, any questions? Again, we cover so much info so quickly, so it's hard to digest. But again, we're always available when you need us. You can give us a call or email, and we will answer any questions you have. Okay. Well, if not, we can go ahead and log off a couple minutes early. You will be hearing from us probably this afternoon with a follow-up email. But as always, reach out if you need anything at all, and we are here to support your business. And we hope to meet you in person at another event real soon. So thanks for joining us, and have a wonderful day. Bye, everybody.
Thanks, everyone.